Mrs. Ryan here again. We are still inside of our Lesson 3 surface area packet. Mine is purple. Yours might be a little different. That's okay. We are going to go to what's in my packet on page 9. Yours might be a different page. That's okay. You're just looking for this particular activity. Okay, this right here is what you're looking for. So mine is page 9. Okay, so what you want today, again, is a pencil. Make sure you have an eraser, a calculator, and if you do like to have a separate paper for your actual work, that's fine. You can do that, but make sure you label your numbers. So if you're doing your work for number 1 on another piece of paper, on that other piece of paper, you need to clearly label it number 1 so your teacher can find your work. Remember, the answers here are meaningless unless you show your work. So let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to use a marker again. That way you can see it better in the video because the pencil just doesn't show up very well and it kind of has a glare to it. So we are again finding the surface area of each rectangular prism. Be aware that each of these has a different unit of measurement. Here's millimeters, here's centimeters, here's meters, here's feet, here's inches, back to millimeters. So we just need to make sure we pay attention to that. So, for example, our answer to number 1, since we're looking for surface area, our answer should be millimeters squared. Our answer for number 2 would be centimeters squared. And our answer for number 3 should be in meters squared. So just be aware of that. Just be careful. All right. So let's go ahead and look at number 1. Number 1 has a rectangular prism. It already gives us the dimensions, which is fantastic. 9, 3, and 13. I love that. I like that it already gives us the measurements. So just like before, we need to find the side, the front, and the top. Yeah, side, front, and top. So side, front, top. Boop, 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 boop. So my side is going to be a 9 by 3, right? 9 times 3 equals 27. My front is a 3 by 13. 3 by 13, I think is 39, but that's why we have a calculator, because we want to check it. If we make one little math mistake here, we're going to get the wrong answer. Oh, this is 117. What? 3 times 13? 3 times 13. What did I do wrong? Okay, 3 times 13 is 39. Yeah, I didn't think that was right. 3 times 13 equals 39. And now I'm going to get the top. The top is 9 by 13. I don't know what 9 by 13 is. 9 by 13 is 117. I guess what I accidentally put in before. So 9 times 13 is 117. 117. Now I have to add all those up. 117 plus 39 plus 27 equals 183. So 183. I need to multiply that by 2 times 2 equals 366. 366. So 366. Cool, right? Okay, I'm going to show you another way to show this work. You can keep showing your work just like this, or you can show your work how I'll display it to you in number 2. And that's actually writing the numbers on these rectangles. So let's go ahead and just like before, find the side first. So the side is a 4 by 6, and that's 24. So I'm just going to write 24 on that side right there. Now I'm going to get the front. The front is 6 times 20, which I think is 120, but let's double check. 6 times 20 equals 120. 120. And then I'm going to get the top. The top is 20 by 4, which should be 80. 20 times 4 is 80. So I can show my ways, my 3 measurements like this. I don't have to label them side, front, top. I could just write it on the top, write it on the front, write it on the side. But then I still need to show how I'm adding them up. Right? I'm going to show how I'm adding those numbers up. So that would be 80 plus 120 plus 24 equals, well, that's not right. I did something silly. 80 plus 120 plus 24 equals 224. 224, but I need to multiply it by 2 because there's 2 of each of these, right? There's the front and the back. There's the top and the bottom. There's the right side and the left side. So 224 times 2 is 488. 488. So I have to show how I add these up, how I multiply by 2, and get 488. Okay. Now let's look at number 3. Let's look at number 3. So I'm going to keep going this way, the example in number 2. If you like to do this instead, that is perfectly fine. You can do that. I just like writing the numbers in on that part of the box. Okay, so this side right here, the side, we have a 16 by 14. I don't know what that is off the top of my head. 16 by 14 is 224. 224. Now I'm going to get the front. The front is a 5 by 14. So that is 5 times 14 equals 70. And now I'm going to get to this top piece. This top piece is a 16 by 5. 16 times 5 equals 80. Have to fit an 80 in there. There we go. And now I have 3 of the 6 sides. So I'm going to add them up and multiply by 2 like normal. So 80, 70, and 224. So 80 plus 70 plus 224. Yep, I see I made a mistake. 80 plus 70 plus 224 equals 374. 374. Is that our answer? No, because we have to multiply by 2, silly gooses. Hopefully you yelled at me and you're like, multiply by 2. So I'll multiply by 2 and get 748. 748. So the surface area of this rectangular prism is 748 meters squared. Now, on this page, you're going to do 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 on your own. And you're going to do most of number 10 on your own. I just want to talk to you about it. So number 10, it says there's a gift box in the shape of a rectangular prism that has 20 centimeters length, 14 centimeters width, and 10 centimeters height. How much the paper, that's a typo, how much paper will you need to wrap the gift box? Well, we can solve this without actually having a picture because we know we just need to multiply each of these numbers against themselves. So we know that we have 3 numbers, right? We have 20, 14, and 10. And this is going to be in centimeters, right? Squared. So we have 20, 14, and 10. Well, we know that for the top, side, and bottom, we just need to multiply these numbers against each other. So let's see. We'll go 20 times 10, 14 times 20, and 10 times, well, what's left over? We've multiplied 10 times 20. We've multiplied 20 by 14, but we have not multiplied 10 by 14. Ha, ha, ha. Ha, 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 ha. So we know that 20 times 10 is 200. We know that 10 times 14 is 140. And 14 times 20 is 280. 14 times 20 is, yep, 280. So you should just be able to add these up, get your sum, multiply by 2, and then get your product. And that will be how much paper we need to wrap the gift box. That's it. If you have any questions, remember to reach out to your teacher. Bye, everyone.